Hey, how's it going, guys? So I was just in the car. It's snowing down here in Arkansas, but I was just in the car and I had on NPR, not because I like it or listen to it, but because I know my mom listens to it and I know a lot of well-meaning people listen to it. And it's got, some good unique stories and things like that, but every time they go to politics, it is just straight up, it's just like, I tell her it's the same as Chinese mainland media. I mean, it's straight up communist propaganda. So I was listening to NPR and they're saying, Trump and Rubio and all these people, they need to stop with the conspiracy theory that there's voter fraud or, God forbid, thousands, just election fraud, things being transported and ballots being left everywhere. And then you got this crazy woman, Brenda Snipes. What the hell is this? This woman should be in prison from throwing away ballots back in 2016. And I can't remember who was bringing that up. Maybe it was Nathan Stoltman. Maybe somebody else. I can't remember. If Rick Scott was there in 2016 and he saw this happening, Brenda Snipes, throwing away ballots, why is she not in prison? I mean, it's just insane. So anyway, you turn on the NPR and you're going to hear that this is all this is all just fabrication. This is all just BS. Meanwhile, you have videos of people slinging votes off the back end of trucks, and stories of people, election officials in back rooms filling out stacks of ballots. I mean, come on, this is white collar crime. This is very illegal. I mean, we are putting people in prison by the millions for nonviolent reasons, for grandma or medicinal weed or whatever. And then we just have this just ridiculous injustice in this country. I mean, we've got to stand up and start getting really pissed about this. They're gonna do anything. People don't realize, the NPR listening crowd does not realize that the people that come up with some of that programming are psychopaths. They're crazy. You got people like Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Hillary Clinton. These people will murder, they'll steal, they'll do anything. I was just watching a video of Wasserman Schultz, threatening the Capitol Hill police, when they were investigating that she, the Awan brothers and her business with that, how she was spying on, that she was supporting the Awans in their spying on Senate and House of Representatives. They had open access to their computers, complete spying, and for all we know, they took terabytes of data back to Pakistan with them. So we need to start demanding that our news starts telling the truth. And I have made a request with my mom to please substitute with bot radio, with Christian radio. They've got news, they've got everything you would need. They got Bible teaching, they got Wall Builders Live, Constitutional Center for Law and Justice, Jay Sekulow, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's things that are going to be from a godly perspective. So, anyway, I just want to throw in also, I don't know, this could, get me banned off of YouTube or whatever, and I'd love to put a presentation together and make a proper video on this, but it's just insane what they're doing in California. They have directed energy weapons that they're deploying. You can see lasers from the sky. Lasers from the sky, okay? They're directed energy weapons. You know, my cousin, he's an ex-Navy SEAL who's currently working for General Atomics, who makes the Reaper drones. There is a directed energy weapons package for that drone. And when you put up a picture of the Agenda 21 zoning in California, you're going to see that it perfectly matches in some cases, like the Northern California fires, that's right at the boundary. You know, you have people being vaporized inside their cars. You have, metal melting, and trees right next door to the fire, totally unaffected. So, people, we need to start looking into geoengineering. They are doing this stuff. This is, over in China, people are it's a pain that they have to, here in, democratic area, places like America, you can't just take stuff. You have to go through eminent domain or some other way of trying to buy property. Well, in China, they just go ahead and, take all the land, and in some cases they pay out fairly, some cases they don't. But even worse than that, whoever is doing this with directed energy weapons is torching the state of California. And wake up, people. I mean, we need to. I know it's painful to come out with these crazy conspiracy to be labeled this kind of stuff, but if you're a thinking person and you see pictures of lasers coming down from the sky and you see pictures of votes on, being destroyed and all this kind of crazy stuff, we got to raise some noise, folks. I mean, Trump's in there. We're getting some work done, but, on the economy, but, they're willing to sabotage it, and, they're going to try and reverse everything. So I'm really concerned that, we can't stop now, folks. So anyway, that's about all I had to say for now. So peace out.